You discouraged, you can go to the wrong place. I always like the story of Jonah. God said to Jonah, arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry against it. But Jonah rose up to flee into Tarshish from the presence of the Lord. I ain't going, he said. Not going to do it. Okay, Jonah, you bit off more than you can chew, son. It's not going to be easy for you. And so what happened to Jonah? Well, they took him down the ship, and God began to move, and he moved in the hearts of the pagans. They wound up throwing him out in the water. And God had prepared a great fish, a whale, by the way, for him, swallowed him up, and he spent 3 days in the belly of that whale. Amen. But he was fleeing from the call of God. He was fleeing, running. When I was at Paris Island, South Carolina, it started getting hot. It got bad. It got pretty hard for a while there. It wasn't the physical part. It was them smacking you in the face and kicking you and calling you a dog and everything but a human being. It was the mental that they put upon you. They broke your mind and they rebuilt your mind the way they wanted you to be. They made you think the way they wanted you to think. When I went to boot camp, I'd been playing basketball and running track. I was an athlete. So I had no problem with the physical part, but I did the mental. I got on my knees one day and they gave me a toothbrush and said, scrub the floor, dog. So this dog was down there scrubbing the floor. We get all the rest of the dogs done, and we're not getting a whole lot done, are we, dogs? But we'll scrub the floor the way we went. But I said to myself, I gritted my teeth, and I said, I'll die before I give up. I'm going through this. You know what happened? I got through it. I was watching a thing yesterday. This guy had this young boar, weighed about 10 pounds. Hog, pig, about that big. Had it. That thing was screaming, boy, and he held it around. He showed this guy, and he showed this one over here. Man, I'll tell you the truth, that little old thing was kicking and screaming, just a little old boar. And I mean, they had a time with it. And he set it down on the ground. You know what it did? It turned on him. Here came that little old boar. It came right at him, and I mean, it dug its hooves into the ground, and guess who started running? That tickled me to death. The guy that was holding him is the one that took off running. The little boar turned on him, boy, and here it came. Showed courage. Listen, even the courage of a hog, I appreciate. How many of you appreciate that today? Amen. Don't run from Satan. Don't run away from your problems. Don't run. Don't flee. Get on your knees. Get a hold of God. He's about to show you something. He wants you to know something about him. Most Christians are bored to death with their Christian life. You're bored to death. Amen. You're bored sick. You know why? Because you're not getting anything spiritual. You built a wall up, whatever your problem may be, I don't know what it is, but here's the bottom line. If you'll begin to open up to God and say, Lord, I don't like where I am, but you're in it. Show me what you want me to learn. I know you're by my side. Help me, teach me, give me the right spirit to receive what you've got to say to me. Start talking to God like that, and you'll be amazed, because